Welcome to Kojo's Math. Okay, we talked about this a little bit in class today, and what I want you to do is we're taking expressions using order of operations, and we're going to evaluate them using the substitution property of equality. Now, some of you learned it as the substitution property of equality, and some of you learned it just as a substitution property. So now you all should learn that whenever we take a variable and we say x is equal to 8, and then we have an expression 4 plus x times y, and we're going to substitute the 8 where there's an x, that it is now, you have to start saying it's the substitution property of equality. You can't just say it's the substitution property, you have to add that of equality. All right, so let's look at this. So we're going to be doing order of operations, but now we're evaluating expressions with variables. So watch, I'm going to be real stickler about this, and there's a reason why, and it's one of those times you have to trust me because it's too difficult to explain now, but there is a reason why I want you to do this. I want you to show your work this way. So you need to write down these types of problems in your notes. You need to write that we're talking about the order of operations using the substitution property of equality. If you need to stop the video to write that down and then resume it, do that. But you need these notes in class. You also need to write down, evaluate the expression when x equals 8 and y equals 2. Then you're going to write down 4 plus x times y and 20 minus y to the 4th power plus 6. So we're going to do these together. So you're going to plug in the 8. When you plug in the 8 or you replace the variable with the number and you're evaluating the expression using the substitution property, you must put parentheses around the number where the variable was. So there's this x, you're going to put parentheses around it. So you have 4 plus parentheses x, what's x? 8, we're going to put that inside, times parentheses, what is y? 2, close parentheses. So only thing we're doing differently is when we put the 8 down here for the x, you have to put parentheses around it. When you replace the y with the 2, you write down everything that's there. 4 plus, you put parentheses, put the 8 where the x is, times, you put a 2 where the y is. Now you do order of operations. What do we do first? That's right. We multiply 8 times 2. So we get 4 plus 16. And then we add 4 plus 16 is 20. Perfect. Okay, let's do this one. Very important. What do we got? We only have a y here, but it's y to the 4th power. Now watch what we do. We go 20 minus, we put parentheses for the y, not y to the 4th power. The only thing that y equals is 2. 2 doesn't equal y to the 4th. 2 equals y. So we put parentheses where the y would be. And where does the 4th power go? It does not go inside the parentheses. The parentheses stand for the y. So we're going to put the 4th power outside of it. Now it still means the same thing, but that's very important later. So we're going to bring down the 6. So we have 20 minus 2 to the 4th plus 6. What do we do first? That's right. We go 2 to the 4th power. 2 to the 4th power, 16. We put 16 down. We bring down 20 minus 16 plus 6. What rule is it? We have all what kind of operations? Addition and subtraction. What are they? Yes, inverse operations. They're inverse operations. What rule do we use when we only have inverse operations? Come on. It's the most difficult rule. That's right, the left to right rule. So we're going to go 20 minus 16, 4, and 4 plus 6 is 10. Very good. Now, just a little bit more practice. I want you to try these two. So write these problems down. X is 8, and Y is still 2. But I want you to put parentheses around it. You got 11 times 2 times the parentheses x divided by 4. And then you have x divided by y in parentheses. All of that squared plus 5. Pause the video, and then when you're ready, come back and we'll work them together and see if you got the right answers. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So remember, your work should look like my work. I've got giant parentheses, but I got to replace the x with the 8, so I'm going to put little parentheses inside. You see that? Divided by 4. I go inside. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now I got to bring down these parentheses because this is 2 times this and 11 times that. Now what do I have? This is tricky because it looks like multiplication. You're going to get the same answer no matter what you do, but the parentheses tells you to multiply that first. 2 times 2. This is not considered the left to right rule. You won't see this very often. But we go here because the parentheses say go there first and do that multiplication first. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 11 times 4 is 44. If you went left to right, you'd still get it. But you got to be careful because you don't always get it. And I'll show you an example like that on Monday. Okay, how about, let's see how you did this. So we have parentheses. We're going to put a little 8 divided by another parentheses 2, and all that squared plus 5. We go inside. We have 8 divided by 2 is 4. But where? See, that square's on the outside. Plus 5. 16 plus 5, 21. Good? Okay. This was a little review from what we did, just to make sure you understood it before you started your homework. So, finish your homework. Write down 2 things from this video and class today that you learned on your notes for these video notes, and 1 question you still have. And I will see you in the next class. And you guys have a good night. Be good. Bye-bye.